Guys, it's a pleasure to have you over.
We're starting now?
We've already started.
Seriously, you said we weren't.
No, I don't even know. You know who really knows? I never know when we start. He knows when we start. So I never know.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much for coming by.
Unfiltered is quite scary, so you be careful.
Don't worry. It's completely fine. I know. Yeah, I got the three monkeys right here, right? So I figured it out that way. Guys, thank you very much for coming. And one of the reasons why I invited you guys together was, of course, you guys got 10 years of 2000, Miss Nepal 2009, Miss Nepal 2019. Two सँगसँगै both of you guys are entrepreneurs, and I love what you guys are doing. And that is very, very important. So thank you very much for coming, guys.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Awesome. I love. I want to start off with this. Makkuse ko मेरो favorite भनेको चाहिँ त्यो कालो कुकी. कालो कुकी, the black one.
It's dark brown.
Dark brown. Sorry, dark
it's
brown.
It's dark chocolate. It's the Gutpak fudge cookie.
Gutpak fudge cookie. Holy cow. That is so good. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with this so that Malvika knows right here through this podcast. So we were gifted Makuseko boxes. And Malvikaको box पनि मसँगै पऱ्यो के दिदिनुस् भनेर हैन. ठिक छ, I'm fine with that हैन. भइहाल्छ नि भनेर हैन. गाडीको डिकीमा राखेको थिएँ. I'm going to be very honest है. रातिको 10:30 बजीतिर चाहिँ हुन्छ नि हैन. के अरे गुटपाक डार्क फज कुकिज चाहिँ मैले मेरो सक्यो है. अब के भयो, खानु त पर्यो, अझ चाहियो, मनले माग्यो अझै हैन. I went down to the car, I opened the dicky, just त्यो के अरे यसरी धागो खोल्नुपर्छ कि हैन, खोलेर मैले त्यो गुटपाक डार्क फज कुकी मात्रै निकालेँ हैन. I finished it. So I need to give that back to her.
I'm honestly thrilled. Thank you so much. It's been, especially after the rush yesterday, he was on the 14 घण्टा बस्यो हुन्छ नि, अहिले पनि बसिरहेछ. And sometimes it feels like, oh, मलाई काम गर्न नआएको हो कि, am I just rushing what's happening? But then hearing things like this makes it all worth it.
Yeah,
so
but we should have started the podcast like this. मलाई त like real चुएला जस्तो भइरहेछ अहिले. I think I'm going to be.
We should have had some.
सकाइदिने हो सबै त्यो के अरे सबै सकाइदियो.
You have it here?
Come here, Mr. X, come here. No, I got Malvika's in my car.
I'll send another one to Malvika.
It's fine. Let's finish off Malvika's. And then come here. Tell why to go to my car. Open the dicky. I know my keys are there. Open the dicky, and then bring the Makkuse that's in the dicky.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Seriously, मलाई त मुख भरि थुक आइरहेको थियो.
खाइदिउँ त ठिकै छ Makkuse हैन. मैले 4वटाको फिर्ता राख्दै छु हैन. त्यो 4वटा सकाइदिउँ पहिला हैन. होइन यस्तो हो कि कुरा के हो भने something when I really like something I am addicted to that हुन्छ नि हैन. Like even with work I enjoy working, so I'm addicted to working, you know. Like I really enjoy working. A lot of people ask me हुन्छ नि, why do you work so much, and I'm like, I enjoy it because it doesn't feel like working. मैले काम गरेको जस्तो लाग्दैन, त्यसै कारण I enjoy it. And I believe it's the same thing with both of you, right?
Absolutely.
I've read this, I don't know.
I'm like
I don't know how true this is. You didn't want to, after 2009, you wanted to get into the corporate sector. How true is that?
Yeah, in fact, it is very true. I never wanted to be in the media. Not because of anything else, just because my abilities weren't there. I was like horrible at acting or modeling or any of that. So I knew I was just better off this side.
Was there a specific reason? Because, like, how do you know that you're not good at it? Okay? Like, that's the catch.
So मैले हैन पहिला अलिअलि म्युजिक भिडियोहरु गरेको थिएँ अनि रिनाशा did मसँग मै ठुली भएछु रे, and then they were making this movie मेरो एउटा साथी छ, right?
We know that Priyanka played a part in it. Priyanka played a part in
No, Rinasha told me, hey, we're making this ekdam राम्रो movie. She was like, she had this vision for the movie. Namrata Shrestha, Aryan Sikdel हैन ekdam राम्रो movie. एउटा सानो रोल छ, प्लिज गरिदिनु. I was like, के नै हो र हैन, गरिदिन्छु. गरे रोल. हैन खतरा एक्टिङ गरे जस्तो लाग्यो. प्रेमियरमा चट्याक्क भएर गए, म त अब हिरोइन. हैन गए. हलमा I saw myself on screen. I swear to God, like म त्यो सोफा मुनि गए नि हुन्थ्यो. Before the movie was over, I left. I didn't want to see anybody after that. That's when I knew this was not for me.
I know that feeling. I watched my movie. I've sunk in that seat. I know. म प्रियङ्कासँग गएर हेरेको आफ्नो मुभी हैन. I went to go wide. I went completely यसरी मुनि गएर बसेको म. Watching yourself in screen is, I don't know, man. And when you see yourself dancing around the trees, oh, baapre, that's even better.
No, Priyanka, she watches herself and she cries in her own movies.
Hey.
Like, uta ekdam emotional. So I think if you're a good performer, if you see yourself like embarrassing yourself, then you're probably, ooh, where do I hide?
You know what? Sometimes I have to watch the podcast again. के भनेर रहेछु त मैले यार भनेर हैन, because I'm doing so many podcasts and sometimes I go back and sometimes the X and Y they come over and they tell me, you have to watch this part and look at the parts that you've said. It's pretty interesting. I go back, I look at it and I'm like, hey, ठिकै भनेर रहेछु त मैले जस्तो हुन्छ कि हैन, but a lot of people can't do it. They can't listen to their own voice or they can't see their own face.
I can listen to my voice probably. म पनि podcasting तिर लागौँ क्या भन्ने सोच्छु. Look, I love my voice.
You like it? You said that again, eh?
Yeah.
You like it? What do you think? You like it?
मलाई आफ्नो इन्टरभ्युज हेर्न चाहिँ रमाइलो लाग्छ. इन्टरभ्यू अनुष्का आई फाइन्ड भेरी स्मार्ट. I'm like, कुरा त ठिक गर्छौ.
I agree.
But then real life I'm like, I need to take some of my own advice. Acting same, I can't. Acting भन्दा पनि there is like यो कलेजको भिडियोहरू गर्नुपर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ कस्तो स्टकअप एकदमै नै स्टकअप मेरो होल लाइफ नै इन जेनरल पछाडि फर्केर हेर्दा अलिक चाहिने भन्दा बढी नै स्टकअप जस्तो लाग्छ. सो अहिले चाहिँ अलिकति अनवाइन्ड गर्नु पऱ्यो जस्तो.
Somebody said this, I know Makkuse said this, I know somebody किन भनेछु मैले हैन, she said this, she told me this a long time ago. Never say never. हेर भाइ, never say never. So you never know. You never know where life is going to take you. And so you never say that you're never going to do movies because you never know. And you haven't done it yet, so you need to figure that out first. So थाहा पाउनु पर्यो.
म त never हो.
You never know where life is going to bloody take you.
एकदमै हो.
Right, you never know when you're going to be, you're an entrepreneur now, you never know in 10 years what you're going to be, what kind of field you're going to get into, right?
Absolutely. I was talking about this with a friend earlier. म अहिले के भन्छ बहिनी फिर्ता गइसकेपछि I get to use the room with the bathroom. That's like the premium room. अनि बहिनी आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ she gets that room. अनि त्यसपछि म अहिले माथि गइरहेको छु अनि अगाडि एउटा एकदम ब्ल्याङ्क भित्ता छ, के पनि नभएको. So it's like a very good place to stare at nothing. अनि द लास्ट टाइम आई डिड दिस ठ्याक्क हिट भयो. मैले यो लास्ट टाइम कहाँ गरेको थिएँ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले इन्टर्नसिप गर्ने बेलामा चाहिँ रोममा 2016मा आई वाज 19 years old. अनि मलाई एकदमै नै बढी एङ्सियस थिएँ म बिकज देयर वाज सो मच ह्यापनिङ इन लाइफ. अनि मैले के गरेँ भने मैले एउटा मेन्टल म्याप बनाएको थिएँ ठ्याक्क त्यस्तै एउटा भित्तामा चाहिँ मलाई के सताइरहेको छ त म भन्छु भनेर. सो मलाई त्यतिखेर के भन्छ अस्ट्रेलियामा पिआर कसरी हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा सताइरहेको थियो. माम पापालाई कसरी ग्रेजुएसन पछि लिएर आउने क्यान अफोर्ड इट अर नट भन्ने थियो. एउटा सर्टन के भन्छ फाइनेन्सियल स्टेबिलिटीको लागि डर थियो. जब के गर्ने भन्ने डर थियो. मिस नेपालमा भाग लिन सक्छ कि सक्दैन भन्ने डर थियो. त्यो सबै थट बबल्स थियो होइन. अनि अहिले हेर्दाखेरि त नन अफ इट इज रेलेभेन्ट रहेछ. सो एट द्याट पोइन्ट द्याट वाज एभ्रिथिङ फर मी. तर कति चाँडो त्यो सबै चिज नै अब सल्भ भयो कि इरेलेभेन्ट भइसकेको रहेछ. सो अहिले पनि आफूलाई लागिरहेको चिजहरू नेभर भन्ने चिजहरू टाइमले चाहिँ साँच्ची नै 180 डिग्रिज नै सबै चिज चेन्ज गरिदिन पनि सक्दो रहेछ है भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ या.
I agree with you 100%. You never know. You really never know.
गाह्रो भने जस्तो अलिकति लाइटै हुन सक्दैन कि भारी के मान्छे.
That's fine. Now when you look back at it, you lived in the UK. कति वर्ष UK बस्यो र?
1 year MBA गरिन्छ.
1 year. Being a student is tough, ni? How was your experience as being a student?
I don't know. I'm like quite the opposite. मलाई केही कुरा पनि एकदम गाह्रो अथवा डिफिकल्ट अथवा त्यस्तो केही पनि लाग्दैन for some reason होइन. So it was chill for me. I enjoyed it. Dikesh was there.
Yeah.
So we were together. So it was fun. He took the heavier shit. I think. I just enjoyed.
You just enjoy.
Enjoyed.
त्यो भन्न सजिलो रहेछ कि, but there's so many things that you have to do, which I'm sure there are thousands of things that you guys went through together. When was this? 2000?
So far back, I don't remember. 11, 12, 11 hola.
2011. You guys have been friends for the longest time, yeah?
Friends, we started dating 12 years ago, yeah. As soon as we met, we started dating. We weren't friends. No?
You guys not friends?
No.
You're like, I'm Betty and this is it.
Like, I think the month that we met, we were like, no friendship here. This is danger love again. This is like, I don't know, from the beginning, we were like very serious, like, I'm the being on your types.
How old were you when you met?
20.
20.
This was right after Miss Nepal, right after Miss Nepal.
I was still Miss Nepal.
You were still Miss Nepal.
I was still Miss Nepal. I was the reigning Miss Nepal when I met him.
Till लामो relationships हुन्छ नि हैन. I find it has to, it either evolves into relationship हुन्छ नि हैन, marriage, and or त्यो लामो वालाहरु चाहिँ break up यस्तो
Crash.
डेन्जर हुन्छ नि फेरि
Yes.
यस्तो नमिदो डेन्जरस हुन्छ नि होइन ओ म्यान
You can ask her.
how long a relationship have you had if you can talk about it?
Had 10, a decade.
How old are you again?
I'm 26. I'm turning 26. So you're absolutely right about the two extremes of which age can go.
Wow, man. 16 ma the no man.
It was like first high school, school-dekhi first ever boyfriend, yo final types. And then that's why I said I want to get over the fear of failure earlier.
And then crash, boom.
Crash, boom. के हो बेर रहेछ जस्तो.
No, when you're growing up, to have a boyfriend or to have somebody that you can always count on, that's a blessing. Ni.
That is, but then I don't know. पहिलेबाट अलिकति heavy पनि लियो जस्तो लाग्यो, but then didn't know how to deal with it because it broke off at a very crucial time पनि. So when I was going to Miss World, and I sort of had to shove it all on one side because I had no energy to deal with it. If I was dealing with the breakup, I would not have been able to perform the way that I did. So it sort of stayed there and then released that floodgate during lockdown. And then, thank God, there was like 2 years to get over it and things. But yeah, not pretty, no. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy.
That's why it's called breakup.
Nah, me usto.
Good, no, you never had to go through that. So at least that is yeah.
No, I did. I actually broke up with Dikesh a couple of times in between, and then we got back together. Breakup now, no times, but yeah.
Breakups suck, man. It sucks because it's so draining and it drains your brain. That is the hardest
But
part.
then you should, if it's not working out, I feel like that fear again of like, oh, jail, so your breakup song. It's so difficult to break up whenever. I mean, if staying together gets more difficult, then you've got to be mindful of that, Raisa. Because I know that I didn't break off so many times permanently because it was just too much work, you know. It was going to go through that whole thing again. So although it's draining, like definitely if you've got to cut it, don't be afraid and cut it once.
Yeah. Shitty. I know a lot of people who have shitty relationships. I don't know how they maintain it, but people maintain it, man. People maintain it for the sake of maintaining it.
And that's I think the worst position to put yourself in, you know, because your relationship, something that's so close to you, is what actually, you know, enriches you, what pushes you every single day. To do everything else, your mental state needs to be up there, right? Not how else can you perform at work, you know, in other relationships, professionally, personally. So I think that's a difficult position to put yourself.
How do you guys do it? Because you guys have shown a bit of your life, a bit of your life on social media, right? How do you guys do?
How do we handle? I think eventually Dikesh and I think are we've become very compatible. So there's not a lot of work that needs to be done for him towards me towards him. So it's very easy. I don't know how.
Especially in social media, again, with all the people seeing your life. Oh, that is another unita. You know, how are you guys so cool about it?
Because there's just as a person, I'm a very open book. Like I don't have secrets. I don't have just anything. And I feel like if I share bits and parts of the fun times of my life, and it puts a smile on somebody else's face, I mean, I think that's that. But I don't take it too seriously.
And you show what's already happening. Like you don't do it to show it. Just when you're showing what's already happening, it doesn't come like creating content.
Yeah, I don't have to think. If there's something happening, you're right? I'll just film it and post it.
How did it start though? Who got started with it?
I think Dikesh was always the vlogger kind. He would always keep taking videos and stuff, and I was the poser doing all the nautanki, and I think that's how it just got started. And then with Instagram and stories and stuff. But before Instagram stories, I was very active on Snapchat.
Is it?
Right. So then it came naturally to me. Then since stories happened, I think my followers actually went quite high because apparently I have really good stories.
Apparently you do.
Welcome to the Zep Talk,
I know, we're talking about this as well, right? I believe everybody should go ahead and start exploring social media. People who haven't, explore गर्नुपर्छ. You have to give it a try.
Absolutely, I agree. 100%.
You have to give it a shot.
it's a big platform, and you can do so much there. I actually take classes on like how to make the most out of Instagram, and how to become an influencer, how to make money out of it. I know. And I really, really think if we can tap into the potential of social media, we can explore avenues, or we can even explore our own talent, our own passion.
Because you can make the media your own. You can make it work for you.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the classes.
So I give like how to build your personal brand on Instagram.
Oh.
I feel like, अहिलेको टाइममा you see me more on Instagram than you would see me in person. And anybody for that matter, like you, I meet once in a while. Her, I meet slightly more often. But even she will be seeing me more on Instagram, right? So my brand per se as a person or as an individual, as a personality, she will make up her mind based on what I show, right? So I don't mean curate it, but at least be conscious of what you're posting or how you want it to post and stuff like that, yeah?
No, I
Don't
agree.
give the whole class away here.
I agree with you 100%. There's something that I stopped doing. के थियो भने मेरो एउटा बानी चाहिँ के थियो भने चोट खाइरहेको हुन्छ नि होइन टक्क राख्दिनँ कि टक्क राख्ने हुन्छ नि होइन दिस माई सिगार माई सिगरेट यताउता गरेर होइन मेरो एकजना साथीले चाहिँ वान अफ माई भेरी क्लोज फ्रेन्ड वान अफ माई क्लोजेस्ट फ्रेन्ड हिगो ब्रो stop putting your cigarette on your stories or your social media. नराख्न चोट नराख्दै अझै यसकै राख चोट चाहिँ नराख्नु राम्रो देखेन मैले यसो सोचेँ I was like oh yeah of course. So what am I teaching people? Now I don't smoke. This is like a couple of years ago. Now I don't smoke, but at that time I was maybe naive. It looked cool, so I kept it. But now exactly what you said. And you can curate it and you can make it in such a way that it also helps the society. Okay?
Absolutely. Like for me, I think I felt like Instagram was becoming a very vain sort of a platform where, I was constantly thinking about kun photo halne, kosta halne, yo angle bata khicha, tyo angle bata khicha, jalala luga lago, makeup lago, profile milo and all of that. And then I was like, maybe not just that. So what I decided for my social media, for my Instagram was I'll put one photo and then I'll put a write-up because I love writing, So I write about these alikati, fun, intense, emotional wala stuff. I didn't want my social media to just be about the face and, just about the photos. That's great. And I love that aspect also. But why not add this? And then now I get so many, comments from people who say this inspires me so much. This made my day. I was in a difficult position and your words really helped me. And I think that really, I feel like at least मैले केही गर्दाखेरि कसैको लाइफमा टच भयो नि त So that's more important than somebody's writing, oh, you're so pretty, or oh, you're so hot, or oh, you have such a beautiful sari, lenga, this, that.
It's about self-branding. At the end of the day, everybody has a right to do whatever they want. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. हुन्छ नि अब जसले सेल्फ सेटिस्फ्याक्सन पाउँछ त्यो गर्नुपर्छ अलिकति चाहिँ कन्सियस हुनुपर्ने रहेछ अलिकति स्लाइटली हुन्छ नि होइन एटलिस्ट आई एम अबाउट द ब्लडी सिगरेट द्याट आई युज टु पोस्ट हुन्छ नि होइन आफ्टर द्याट डे एज सुन एज माई फ्रेन्ड सेड इट आई वाज लाइक oh you're so right and again that really helped me but again in this case if you leave it raw people love it even more right okay like if after zindagi ke ho त्यही देखाउनु पर्ने रहेछ okay rather than you make it try to beautify it try to put so many different things into it now in this 21st century especially in 2021 after the whole COVID escapade, I think people just want to see the real stuff.
You know what, Sanjay? I actually don't agree with that because, because we are like very superficially, we say, we are okay with real, but internally we still like edited shit. We still like the unsani alikati milaeko more curated version. The more real you are, I don't think people are still accepting of everyone's real personalities, real individuality. We're too judgmental as people in general. I don't think so. Alik real type जस्तो चाहिँ मन पराउँछ तर what do you think? She's like
what do you think? तिम्रो दुईजनाको बिचको कुरा गर्छु
It sounds nice to say we like the real thing but
the raw stuff.
I think there's like a curated raw pani भने जस्तो definitely it has become trendy to challenge conventional beauty. So अब हामीले supermodelsहरू पनि हेर्छौँ भने there's like a gap between their teeth होइन more what would be considered unconventional beauty चाहिँ आएको छ but that is still a subtle standard. So there was like this poem, this spoken slam poetry type को होइन के कस्तो हुनुपर्छ भनेर it's fine love your body except your tummy that needs to be flat होइन and especially your back side needs to be
hold on
it's okay to be accept yourself and एकदम accept yourself भन्ने slam poetry types त्यो Instagramमा आउँछ नि छोटो accept your tummy that just needs to be flat and it's okay to be curvy, the backside has to be curvy and it's okay to be like to have a flat chest, but as long as it looks very like aesthetic so still त्यो standards चाहिँ अझ पनि छ नै जस्तो लाग्छ, but people are making it their own and sometimes it clicks and then people are okay with that and कतिजना content creators we know they have a knack of posting very candid raw moments and then that clicks, but sometimes when you try to do it doesn't happen, so you sort of find your own niche. But I guess it's mere light, it is about not letting that take me over, not letting that take over me, because sometimes I like posting very ekdamai shoot गरेर हाल्ने photo. Sometimes it's like it's okay, no filter no problem भनेर पनि हाल्छ, but yes filter also no problem. I think that's my theory. No filter also no problem, yes filter also no problem.
She said जे गरे पनि हुन्छ तिम्रो कुरा पनि मेरो कुरा जसरी राखे पनि हैन राख्नु चाहिँ पर्यो,
as long as it doesn't affect you and your mental health.
As long as you don't associate, and that's such a fine line of making it work for you but then not being impacted, not letting your sense of self-worth depend on it. It's such a fine line.
Now people have to be constant. Okay? You have to constantly upload on social media. It doesn't matter what you upload. It doesn't matter what kind of social media you use. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I don't know. I can take TikTok. Shit, I forgot TikTok. TikTok. If you do not upload on time, or if you do not upload, I don't know, something goes terribly wrong and you don't get that traction or
and
this or that.
And the algorithm's always changing, Pani, and it's so difficult to keep on track of those algorithms. Pani, just the hashtags we're seeing, they're not a thing anymore. Sometimes videos work better, sometimes pictures work better, wordy photos don't work better. If you just look at the stories of you, someday you'll have like 30K, someday you'll have like 5K, although same time you upload. So how much do we want to be taken by it? भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ म चाहिँ के सजेस्ट गर्छु भने बरु set out a few hours or time and then every time worry गर्नु भन्दा if you want like that traction हैन, even for general people के भन्छ जसले चाहिँ आफ्नो लाइफ मात्र शेयर गर्न खोज्मा चाहिँ प्रोडक्टै राख्नु पर्ने छैन भन्ने खालको पनि there is this insight that gives you नि and figure it out and let it flow. त्यसपछि चाहिँ every day worry गर्नु भन्दा चाहिँ figure out what works for you and then थाहा भएपछि त त्यही मात्र गर्दै गयो भयो नि त, as opposed to having to worry every day about के गर्ने कस्तो गर्ने भनेर.
I feel you. In 2014 रहेछ के I started Instagram रहेछ हैन, in 2014 and I've constantly been on Instagram. Like, okay, this is one platform that I'm gonna be constant on. That has really helped my Instagram grow. हुन्छ नि हैन, I don't know, 40,000 whatever I have हैन, but constant is the key रहेछ के, and that consistency in any aspect of things that you do. It doesn't matter if it's you're posting on social media or you're trying to live your life, you know. If you're consistent with the same thing, then your talent grows as well within it, right? Okay?
For sure.
And then you build a different kind of a bond. It's not just about the number of people that follow you, but the kind of people that follow you who know every aspect of your life. You know, some people talk about a post that I've written like 3 years ago and stuff like that. So it's the connection that you build eventually. It's all about human connection. So I enjoy that. And Sanjay, Makkuse आइसक्यो नि त.
ए यो अर्को चाहिँ ल्याएछ.
अर्को चाहिँ यो पनि अरु कसैको अरु कसैको.
You still are you sending PR packages?
हैन यस्तो भएको थियो कि म यो खासै मैले भन्न चाहिँ मिल्दैन हैन, म अलिकति चाहिँ मात्र भन्छु हैन. सो 3 जना मान्छेको आएको थियो कि हैन, मेरो एउटा आएको थियो. खास के भएको थियो भने सञ्जय ब्रो तपाईँले भेटिरहनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई, तपाईँ नै दिदिनुहोस् न भनेर आएको थियो कि हैन. सो यहाँभित्र एउटा लेटर पनि छ.
एउटा मालविका दि भयो, एउटा
म अर्को म भन्दिनँ, त्यो भन्दिनँ म.
को यो सञ्जयको क्लोज मान्छे, को यो सञ्जयको क्लोज मान्छे.
आयो त्यसलाई के खाने हो, यो चाहिँ अर्कै मान्छेको कसको लेटर पनि छ यहाँ, त्यो चाहिँ तल राखिदिउँ हैन.
म अघिदेखि हेरिरहेको छु क्या सञ्जय डिप टक्स दिइरहेको छ यहाँ, आफूलाई खानु पर्छ.
ल यो हो मेरो फेभरेट फज.
I want to have this.
Go for it, open it up.
No, I want to have pushtakari.
Pop it open. No, तिमी कुन चाहिँ खाने?
I'm so proud of like this packaging game. So it's so good. You know, I keep telling Anushka all the time, I'm so proud of Makkuse as a brand, the way she's presented it.
You want to eat some?
In like a global platform. It's so Anushka, yeah? Like
it smells so nice.
Culturally rich.
Thank you.
And very smart marketing wise and branding wise.
So hungry. You okay? You. This is the one that I'm talking about.
Yes, it's got good
कालो
I'm.
यो खाने हो?
म पहिला यही खान्छु.
विदेशतिर कसैलाई के अरे गिफ्ट दिनु पर्यो भने you can proudly say, you know, product of Nepal.
Yeah. You want some? Later. What के अरे?
पुस्तकारी so good.
Try this. This is the best thing ever. This is the best thing.
I know, I'm खाछु.
Yeah.
I love it.
Especially the thing inside. Anushka, could you... Yeah, you... के छ यसमा?
So it's a brownie-like fudge cookie with good pack inside.
यो चाहिँ good pack हैन?
तिमीले उ राखेछौ? त्यो पछाडी nutritional value.
Nutritional value, यसमा चाहिँ छैन, but we have it like when we want to send it because we have like a nutritionist who's done the calorie count on each thing. And I was just telling Sanjay earlier that the one big oatmeal cookie, because it's like a large cookie, it's the size of, not my face because my face is too big, but some people's faces. It's like a one meal jasto. It'll be like 120 calories jasto. So if when I'm on the go, this is what I survive on.
Since we're on the branding topic, since we're just talking about branding in general, branding yourself in general, tell us the story about Makkuse.
Thank God, so I can enjoy my pustakari.
All right, let's enjoy the pustakari. We'll definitely be there. We might have to take a break for a minute.
Let's take a pustakari break.
Pustakari breaks are a little ठुलै हुन्छ के.
That will hopefully be a thing someday. अब time भएको छ एउटा Makkuse break.
Let me play. Fuck, man. I can't do this cinema shit. Istanbul, I know. I'm so bad with this shit.
Love it, very roll again. Action. Action.
कहाँ हो यो फोटो?
धेरै न.
Turkish Airlines गर्दाखेरि हैन?
हो नि त. You remember?
Share this story with everybody, ni.
So we were at this Turkish Airlines, some anniversary event, and Sanjay was the host and I was the guest. So obviously because
Gokarna
yeah. And then he was asking us all these questions. He had these coupons सबै उले मलाई चिनेको हिसाबले उले मलाई क्वेशन सोध्दै मैले कुपन कलेक्ट गर्दै हुन्छ नि जुत्ता फ्री कता डिनर फ्री सब कुपन कलेक्ट गरिसके and then there was this main lucky draw okay
त्यसमा चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्थ्यो भने हैन म भन्छु यो चाहिँ के इन्ट्रेस्ट यसरी चाहिँ फोन खोल्ने हैन okay there you go oh and then you have to take a selfie with the place that you want
selfie वालामा जितेको हैन कि visiting card हालेकोमा so we drop a visiting card at the entrance and then last ma चाहिँ we had to win there were tickets to win and check out last one I think it was the business
big
class
one.
yeah the business class ticket
Fancy.
to Istanbul
Wow,
to and back
so lucky.
अनि मैले जितिराखे and then his face was like as soon as he opened it he saw my name right so उले चिनेको मान्छे he's like he's like looking for me he's coming closer to me and I'm like oh and then he was like the winner is a Miss Nepal and there were a couple of Miss Nepals
yeah.
and then finally
Must have gotten excited.
Yeah, you have to come a little bit closer and then closer to the mic.
Okay.
Oh, come a little bit closer. You want to swing in closer? You want to swing in? Oh, yeah, then with Mr. X ready was here to get you inside. You good? You set? I know. तर यस्तो थियो के wait and then you guys flew the same year, हैन?
yeah we did right away
I love Istanbul, man. I love Istanbul.
we
I
loved
so
it
want to
absolutely
go. I've not been.
I would want to go back again
Yeah. Oh. I love.
We can travel.
fine
Now when do we get to travel भन्ने कुरा हो के?
Where did you last travel?
Shit.
Where and when?
I think I was in Dubai last year, early, just before the pandemic. I'd just come back.
So like
that was my
Yeah.
Jan 2020.
almost Valentine's Day type. So
मैले चाहिँ
So fab.
Where were you? Dubai मा?
Yeah.
I'm a fancy.
fancy
Valentine.
Valentine's Day. मनाउनु गयो त हैन but then yeah.
Where did you go?
I was in Miss Nepal Europe को लागि बेल्जियमहरु चाहिँ गएको थिएँ सो मार्चमा अस्ट्रेलिया गएको थिएँ 4 दिनलाई त्यो पनि मिस नेपाल अस्ट्रेलिया so that was the last February 2020 मा went to Belgium
Yeah.
and then March 2020 मा went to Sydney
Yeah.
for 4 days and that was it.
That's it.
बित्तिकै
And now
लकडाउन
stuck.
धन्न बच्यो बिकज हाम्रो जुन इभेन्टलाई गएको थियौँ त्यसबाट त कतिजना अझै पनि आउनु भएको छैन still there.
Oh my God.
What's happening with Australia though? I don't know when we're going to release this podcast, but what's happening with Australia? It's how is the situation like?
So the situation of my job is actually working for an Australian public university and it's been exactly a year that I started working and my role is to sort of manage Nepal operations for the public university and also oversee हाम्रो recruitersहरु जो हुन्छन् अब join गरे चाहिँ कोही पनि गएकै छैन at least एउटा student त जाओस् जस्तो लाग्छ because यसै पनि students जान नै खोज्छन् अनि I feel कि the more that you're connected it can make a better experience भनेर but overall Australia is it's closed as of right now. I believe more than 30,000 citizens and residents are outside and they're not allowed to travel. So from the residents' point of view, what my friends living there say is that we never really experienced the blunt end of it. So I'm like locking in नै options जस्तो लागेको थियो and many people agree, many people disagree. तर के हो भने यति लामो समयसम्म पुरै locked out गरेर पनि के भयो त because अहिले त numbers are skyrocketing. अहिले त vaccinations also getting better. तै पनि I mean many people would have thought that it it be better handled भनेर चाहिँ
True.
छ better
True.
handled yeah
Well, looking at the cases spiking in Australia, हुन्छ नि, it is sad. Vaccination should increase everywhere around the world.
I think हामीले के सोचियो जस्तो लाग्यो भने अब टाढा बसेर एकदमै कमेन्ट गर्न त सजिलो छ भने भन्लान् होइन मान्छेहरूले तर we can go without it हुन्छ नि हामीलाई चाहिँ लाग्दैन भन्ने एउटा चाहिँ थियो जस्तो देखियो कि उहाँहरूमा चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ लाग्दैन लाग्यो भने के गर्ने भन्ने थटै भएन कि we're just gonna cut it off एउटा सबबमा देख्यो cut it off like cut off नै हो भनेर मात्र त्यसरी होइन we've got to learn to live with it somehow adapt त गर्नै पर्यो नि भन्ने भयो vaccination drive-मा पनि hiccup आयो because it was like one was being rolled out and then there was suddenly a comment to say see it's not recommended हुन्छ नि it's sort of to limit liability अब it's not recommended भनेपछि मान्छेले कसरी ट्रस्ट गरेर जाओस् होइन यहाँ हामी जुन भ्याक्सिन पनि लगाउँछु भनिरहेको समयमा त्यहाँ चाहिँ
मैले अस्ति मेरो आमासँग कुरा गर्दै थिएँ couple of days back होइन अनि my mother reminded me के मेरो आमाले मलाई भनेको थियो कि होइन मैले मार्चमा लकडाउन हुनुभन्दा एक हप्ता अगाडि I told my mother अब आउँछ यो जे रोग हो होइन whatever it is किनभने चाइनामा हामीले त्यस्तो देखाएको थियौँ होइन I told my mother अब आउँछ एक राउन्ड लाग्छ एक राउन्ड सबैलाई लाग्छ होइन अनि लागिसकेपछि बल्ल थाहा हुन्छ यो के रहेछ भनेर होइन and now when we look back at it we vaccinated and all three of us are vaccinated all three forget about that all four of us are vaccinated होइन vaccinations are the most important thing के र जसरी पनि देशले चाहिँ जुनसुकै देश होस् होइन विकसित होस् या अविकसित होस् या विकसित हुँदै गरेको देश होस् होइन सबैजनाले चाहिँ भ्याक्सिनेसन चाहिँ सबैजनालाई पुग्ने गरी चाहिँ आउनुपर्छ कि
एकदमै
द्याट्स द ओन्ली वे आउट देयर इज नो अदर वे हुन्छ नि यु गट कोभिड होइन when did you get COVID?
Last year TR-मा so October I think last year
नोभेम्बरतिर होला because I got it in October म
October, so
दसैँमा
November so more towards the end
म पछि हजुरलाई भएको
How bad was it for you?
Not very bad. I think the variant was quite lenient then. होइन You had it bad. मलाई त त्यस्तो गाह्रो भएन. It's on YouTube.
Link in the bio.
He called, I got his phone. No, I didn't got his phone. I left it open. I think he was like, okay.
For me, it was मेरो sense of smell चाहिँ एकदमै नै disrupted भएको छ त्यसदेखि आजसम्म पनि I don't know how many people feel that seriously because मेरो चाहिँ sense of smell एकदमै strong थियो त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ the 14 days I was very tired I slept for like 16 hours a day अनि I love eating तर स्वाद बिल्कुलै नै so I used to त्यो चिप्स धुलो धुलो गरेर राख्ने माथिबाट टेक्स्चर आयो भने खाना जान्छ भने अगाडि मास्टर सेफ राख्ने अनि खाने केही स्वाद नआए पनि पिरो भयो भने जिब्रो जरेर मात्र हुन्थ्यो तर केही स्वादै नै त्यसपछि स्वाद चाहिँ आयो फिर्ता झन्डै 3-4 महिनापछि तर स्मेल चाहिँ आयो बट इट्स सोर्ट अफ लाइक सेलेक्टिभ राइट नाउ जस्तो मेरो वर्ल्डमा वान अफ माई मोस्ट फेभरेट स्मेल्स इज फ्राइङ अनियन्स तेलमा ठक्क प्याज भुट्दाखेरिको स्मेल आई लभ इट सो मच and that and you know what it smells like but it doesn't smell the same you can smell it but it smells different so it's so त्यस्तो भएपछि चाहिँ I don't think about it too much because it makes me very sad तर it changes how you smell and some smells are still there like it still smells fine and you know what it smells like तर कस्तो sad because sense of smell is such a memory trigger नि like it's there in your brain although you can't smell it just this morning in the car ma'am was saying त्यो बट्टा राम्रोसँग राखेँ लन्च बट्टा पोख्यो भने अचार गर्नुहुन्छ गाडी भनेर नि माम याद छ क्लास 5 मा मेरो एकचोटि म्याक्रोनीको डब्बा झरे चाहिँ नि फर्स्ट डे अफ स्कुल म्याक्रोनीको बट्टा बुकभरि गएर द होल बुक इज येलो बेसारको and smells like macaroni all year long and I could still like recollect that smell
that moment
and मलाई कस्तो त्यसरी पनि I can't smell properly right now but I don't want to think about it because it makes me sad त्यस्तो भयो
मेरो त 3-4 days गयो and then it's back full like 100%
I'll tell you guys something होइन I'll tell you guys a story which is going to be like मेरो भाइको अहिलेसम्म आएको छैन स्मेल मेरो भाइको सेप्टेम्बर 2020 so September 100% gone 100% so अहिलेसम्म पनि छैन होइन हामीले गऱ्यौँ हामीले एनटी पनि गऱ्यौँ आउँछ भने छ तर कहिले आउँछ थाहा छैन
oh my god can you imagine the day it would be like getting sight again it would like being able to see it the first time when अलिकति पनि smell came I was like I can smell it cute थाहा छैन one of my friends my sister's friends though can only smell petrol and garbage
oh my god
कस्तो sad
त्यही भने selective पनि
petrol र फोर
garbage we were driving behind a garbage truck and I could smell nothing which was sort of lucky in some situations
मलाई मनपर्ने स्मेल भनेको चाहिँ होइन when I think about it त्यो तिहारमा त्यो के अरे माल्टा के भन्छ अरे माल्टा बारुद भन्छ नि त्यसलाई होइन हो त्यो पड्केपछिको त्यो स्मेल आउँछ नि बारुदको स्मेल
people have this I know people who like to smell petrol and alcatrako smell
त्यो सक्दैन मैले त्यो सक्दिनँ मैले अलकत्रा पनि मान्छेले मन पराउँछ
some people
दिमागसम्म दुख्छ
कसैलाई त पेन्टको स्मेल मन पर्छ मलाई मन पर्दैन
बच्चा नयाँ नोटको स्मेल चाहिँ एकदम मन पर्थ्यो
I like the concept
दसैँमा त्यो अब के चान्चुन पैसाको टक्क नोट आउँछ नि कस्तो नाइस
मलाई त त्यो बारुद अनि त्यसपछि यस्तै यस्तै कुराहरू कि यस्तै यस्तै हुने खालेहरू मात्र मनपर्छ मलाई त अनि त्यो ओहो त्यो एउटा आई हेभ टु टक अबाउट दिस म्यान गड ड्याम इट वान अफ माई फ्रेन्ड होइन मेरो एकजना मैले चिन्ने साथीले चाहिँ यो सनेल भन्ने लगाएर रहेछ कि होइन चनेल होइन चनेल लगाएर रहेछ होइन चनेलको त्यो नम्बर 5 होइन फेरि त्यो अलिक महँगो रहेछ त्यो भने चाहिँ म्याडम मोजेल भन्ने लगाएर रहेछ मलाई याद छ यो कसले ला पनि भनिदिन्छु ओसिन थाहा छ ओसिनले लगाएर रहेछ होइन त्यसपछि अनि खास के भइरहेको थियो भन्दाखेरि एकदम छोटकरीमा भन्नुपर्दाखेरि चाहिँ ओसिन वाज विथ समबडी होइन अनि त्यसपछि त्यो यतिकै तिनीहरूको उनीहरूको कुरा चल्दै थियो अनि मैले खै के हो यो भनेर यसो यसो त्यो इयर्स ड्रप आइज ड्रप गरेर यसो हेर्दाखेरि म्याडम मोजेल भन्ने लगाएर रहेछ खै अहिले बहिनी खै म पनि यसो आई स्मेल इट आई नो द स्मेल होइन somebody I used to date used to wear the same thing रहेछ
I know people have
and it triggers you
and I call that person and I go like now I know what you used to wear
Chanel.
How much do you guys watch that show?
I watched it initially. I don't know. Is there another season or something? Just first ma aako katiwata episode चाहिँ हेरे and then I stopped.
I बिल्कुलै हेरेको छैन
मैले त हेरे
एक एपिसोड पनि हेरेको छैन
Action. कतिवटा season छ? Yo, how many seasons are there?
enough cringe in real life
How many seasons?
I was like, is this real? जस्तो भइरहेको क्या first मा त I thought people were making it up. हो कि के हो? I don't know.
I was such a reality TV buff पहिला चाहिँ but अहिले चाहिँ I can't like I used to watch it
season 1 नै होला episode चाहिँ 37
ए त्यति त मैले हेरेको छैन मैले like I think 6-7 episodes त हेरेछु
पुरै बसेर हेरेछ मज्जाले
Yeah, मजाले
Oh, the whole
whole thing it's so entertaining
मैले त हेरेको छैन एक एपिसोड पनि हेरेको छैन
मैले
Wow,
6-7 episode हेरेछु
मैले एकजना मैले चिन्ने साथीले चाहिँ होइन म त एपिसोड चाहिँ हेरेन मैले यार दोस्त यार कमेन्ट चाहिँ हेरेँ मैले
No, because Dikesh and I watch all of these like के अरे Love is Blind यो हुन्छ नि In Paradise यस्तो के आउँछ नि Netflix मा so we watch all of that so he's like there's this new show यस्तै dating reality show Blind Date you want to watch I'm like of course why not right and then on goes so what is this and he's like literally smiling and I'm like what is this oh my god it's getting from like bad to worse but then some it is entertaining
At the end of the day, it is entertaining. I see it that way. What kind of shows would you guys want to watch? Like, Anushka, what kind of shows would you want to watch on TV? Or on any platform?
I usually watch crime thrillersहरू मनपर्छ मलाई crime thrillers like तर पुरानो जमाना टाइप्सको so Sherlock I love binge watching on Sherlock things like Suits I love watching अहिले I am currently watching Downton Abbey जुन चाहिँ at one point was very much like क्योंकि साथी कवि बहु थियो नि एकचोटि चाहिँ मुख जलेर मान्छे like त्यो म यो मान्छे हो भन्दाखेरि I'm like what am I watching यो के भइरहेछ यता जस्तो so Downton Abbey त्यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ मलाई मनपर्छ हेर्नलाई so Sherlock kind of thing is my thing
What did you watch? What kind of shows should we create some more?
I don't know I watch K-drama like Korean drama
Nice.
But Boys Before Flowers peer pressure ले हेरेको थिएँ actually that's about it
Boys Before Flowers ले K-drama कुरा गर्नु हुँदैन
2009-10 मा त्यो पनि that was like the only thing that I watched
But right now I watched के अरे Formula 1 and since watching the show I love it like even the sport as a whole so I watch a lot of Formula 1 now
Korean match I watched this thing called oh my god Crows भन्ने थाहा छ Crows Zero हो कि के भन्ने थियो कि एक जमानामा this I'm talking about like when we were like 10 years ago or something like that that's the only thing that I watched in my life Korean मा
I love K-dramas
यो ड्रामा होइन यो चाहिँ Crows भन्ने हो कि भने अच्युत फाइन्ड ए मिस्टर एक्स फाइन्ड दिस त कि Crows Zero हो कि भन्ने
It's not Korean
I haven't heard of this what is this Crows
के हो isn't this a movie or something like that
त्यो गेन्जी भएको भने हैन
हो गेन्जी भएको हो
Japanese हो
ए Japanese हो यो holy shit I'm gonna get so much shit for this
Yeah.
Korean I've watched that movie Shutter
That's Thai
no oh my
this
god
is horrible
I watched something Korean hold on I watched something Korean okay
It must be Parasite I guess
oh
But
Parasite was awesome
त्यो त भर्खरको हो no I watched this के एउटा Train to Busan
Okay, that's Korean.
thank god oh my god oh yo Japanese bo yo I thought this was like I watched this you guys have to watch this movie this is like all these bros haru हैन पुरा झगडा गर्ने हैन this is one amazing movie Japanese रहेछ यार यो के रे यसको सिनेमाको नाम के रे Crows Zero
Yes.
Pros
Okay.
0.
Somebody or the other has to watch this. You say any person.
No, watch Formula 1. Oh, it's so good.
What's
Formula
it on?
1.
It's on Netflix.
It's
Netflix.
on Netflix.
मलाई पर्सनली चाहिँ अस्ति I don't know, couple of days back again people recommend me watch this watch that भनेर एउटा साउथ इन्डियन मुभी रहेछ त्यसको चाहिँ 2टा च्याप्टर रहेछ होइन मैले चाहिँ कम्प्लिटली नाम बिर्सेँ अहिले बट देयर इज 2 chapters of this not बाहुबली this is some new
I don't know.
stuff that
Yeah, you couldn't have forgotten Bahubuli's name.
some stuff that no yeah hey open this
रमाइलो लाग्छ साउथ पनि मलाई म एसएलसी दिने बेलामा रोबोट एकदम आउँथ्यो कि टिभीमा
रोबो
भन्दा रोबो तर रोबोटै भनेर लेख्छ नि द्याट आई वाच अ लट अनि भोलिपल्ट एक्जाम छ त्यही मात्रै हेरेर बसेँ कि म्यामले 10 बजीसम्म त पढ भनेर भन्थ्यो मलाई मुड एकदम म चाहिँ कस्तो भने पढ्ने एकदम जोनमा छु भने 1 घन्टा पढेँ नि इनफ तर पढ्नको लागि बस्यो 4 घन्टा बस्यो वाट्स द पोइन्ट जस्तो लाग्ने एकदम धेरै रोबोट
is this the one Drive to Survive?
Yeah, Drive to Survive.
This is the one.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's
definitely
a beautiful one.
Definitely gonna watch this.
It's so good.
Let's talk about entrepreneurship.
All right, let's go back.
Let's go back to business. We'll definitely come back to Makkuse. Let's go back to business. You started your career from corporate career. I mean,
IMS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, IMS. So IMS Group. So when so I just gotten done with my bachelor's degree when I met Dikesh. So both of us started at IMS together.
And tell me the steps.
So we
of
were
things that you guys did.
we were the national distributors of Samsung mobile phone. Then we were the number 2 company. The number 1 company was Nokia.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
At that time.
At the time. Right. At the time. So Dikesh and I, we wrote like this whole, business vision, mission, goals and all of that. And our vision was to be the number 1 company. Mission was to make higher sales than Nokia. So that's when we started.
Mission accomplished.
So, and mission accomplished, and how? At the time, you couldn't even think कि Samsung ले Nokia भन्दा बढी phone बेच्छ होला नेपालमा, or anywhere in the world for that matter, Yeah, so we would go and we would pitch our business to different people. We would go to like hospitals. I think there were like corporate sales भन्ने त्यति थिएन, so we would go to like established people. We wanted like personalities to be using our phones, and then we would pitch businesses. We would go to doctors and be like यसमा एपहरु चलाउन मिल्छ, डाक्टरहरुले धेरै भिन्न कामहरु गर्न सक्छ and all that we would
Branding ko hisabले चाहिँ what are the unique things that you guys did at that time?
I think one of the most unique things that we started with Samsung was the Samsung Experience Consultant. त्यो भनेको चाहिँ SEC भन्ने हामीले employees जस्तो हाम्रो स्टोरमा आयो, हाम्रो शोरूममा आएर त Samsung जसले पनि किनिहाल्छ, Samsung किन्नु आउनेहरु त आउँछ. But what are those customers doing who are going to, let's say, New York को पसल जहाँ Samsung पनि पाउँछ, Nokia पाउँछ, Motorola पाउँछ, iPhone पाउँछ, सबै पाउँछ नि त. So there we would place our employees कि. So we would tell the store owners, we'll give you a free employee, right? हामी नै ट्रेन गर्छु सबै, they'll just stay there as your staff. But उनीहरूको काम चाहिँ Samsung push गर्नु हो, right? So that was genius at the time. And मान्छे would come and they'll say यो यस्तो तर Samsung चाहिँ सबभन्दा राम्रो छ. So customers feel like they've looked at all options and they know that Samsung is the best. So that's actually, that was one of the biggest success factors of making the sales. But now every other brand does it.
You guys started it off.
We started it, not kind of. We definitely started it. For many years only we did it. And then now slowly everybody else. So then I shifted into HR. So I started looking after recruitment and training.
That is a very tough part.
Oh
HR भनेको कम्पनीमा त्यो HR र HR accounts admin. Oh man, those things are very important, HR especially.
Yeah, so at IMS Group, we started the whole HR admin department नै त्यो बेला, and it took us a couple of years to get that in shape. And I just left my HR role at the time I was getting married, because then it was going to be full time, so I had to shift to something less time consuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very fulfilling job. And I studied HR, so I love that also. I love people. I like talking to people.
Yeah. And now you focused more towards the foundation as well. And tell us a little bit about the foundation too.
Now I look after a chunk of our baby businesses. So since becoming a mom, so I think for me, or even for Dikesh, whatever brands we bring, we feel like it has to contribute to the customer a little more into their lives. So when we had Dia, we realized we were shopping a lot by the Wataki. So Dikesh even traveled extensively to get a lot of stuff. Like we realized humidifiers, sterilizer, humidifier पाउँथ्यो 50,000 मा मात्रै, right? अनि बच्चालाई चाहियो, सो त्यो पनि अमेरिकाबाट हाले के हाले हामीले सामान, यति सामान लियो. We realized नेपालमा बच्चाहरूको सामानै पाउँथेन, the quality stuff. So when Dia was a month old type, उसले ठ्याक्क दुध खाइसकेको थिएन सी वाज बटल फिडिङ अनि त्यस बेला चाहिँ सी वुड थ्रो अप अ लट सो वी रियलाइज सी ह्याड समथिङ कल कलिक बच्चाको पेटमा एकदम ग्यास जाने सो बटलहरूबाट खाँदाखेरि त एयर पनि खान्छ नि त राइट सो बेबीहरूले एन्ड देन सी वुड थ्रो अप सो सी वाज थ्रोइङ अप फर लाइक 2-3 months एन्ड देन समबडी रेकमेन्डेड डक्टर ब्राउन्स राइट एन्ड देन वी वर लाइक ओके ओके अर्डर गरेर जहाँबाट भए पनि अर्डर गरेर ल्यायो खायो मिरेकल बेबी स्टप्ड भमिटिङ यु नो एन्ड वी वर लाइक हामी जस्तो पेरेन्ट्स त कति होला जस्ट एउटा बटल चेन्ज गर्दाखेरि बच्चाको हेल्थमै इम्प्याक्ट हुने राइट 200 रुपियाँ महँगो होला यु नो मेबी नट इभन द्याट मच and then we were like we need Dr. Brown's in Nepal so that's how we started with Dr. Brown's and entered the baby business and now we have like about 6-7 brands so I look after that.
Hold on, what is Dr. Brown's again? It is
so it's like a baby feeding utilities wala brand
okay.
So baby bottles, baby bibs, pacifiers, this bottle wash, breast pump, all of that.
And as we were talking about this, as a Biana, I guess I can say it now. It's all over the place. As a Biana Bakhar, I became an uncle.
Yeah, it's on routine. I saw on routine.
You saw it on routine. I'm so thankful that Deepedai sent me a message and he sent it to close people and then he sent it right away. I was doing the radio show and I got it.
So if you need to buy any presents, we are the people. Dr. Brown's. We have many other brands also. We have Dr. Brown's, which is an American brand, number 1 brand in the world for baby bottles, right? Then we have Dream Baby, which is an Australian brand, but this is safety products. हुन्छ नि त्यो टिभी नलडोस् त्यो के भन्छ क्लोजेटहरुतिर झुन्डी नहुनुहोस्
बेबी
प्रुफ गर्ने
I couldn't open things के यो बेबी प्रुफ गरेर घरमा एकचोटी गन डरै खोल्दैन
म त औँला छिराइदिन्थे यसरी औँला छिराइदिन्थे I got shocked मलाई अहिलेसम्म याद छ I got shocked अनि त्यसैले मेरो बाबाले चाहिँ के गर्दै रहेछ भन्दाखेरि पुरै त्यो टिपिङ सबै त्यो टिपिङ भएर चाहिँ औँला छिरा अनमा औँला छिराएर
राइट सो त्यो सबै पाउँछ अहिले त सकेटरमा हाल्ने सो इट्स अ नाइस कम्पनी बेडमा but not Loros and all of that, right? So, it's a BB Loves a Canadian brand. Interesting products.
Baby Loves.
BB Love.
BB Love.
Himalaya, so I'm their brands.
म गिफ्ट दिन तयार छु.
So anything baby you can ask me.
ल ठिक छ मेरो पार्टीमा कसले गिफ्ट दिन्छ म हेर्छु. म गिफ्ट दिन तयार छु हैन but congratulations to Dibesh and Richa for a beautiful baby. I'm waiting for the photo अब.
अब आइहाल्छ नि अहिलेको जमानामा हैन.
So you focused on this foundation को हिसाबले चाहिँ what's going on?
So foundation को हिसाबले चाहिँ we've been doing education related scholarships for some time. So we give the DM scholarship भनेर चाहिँ हामी दिइरहेको छौँ.
Tell us a little bit more about the foundation.
About the foundation. Okay, so it is the social initiative of IMS Group. Certain percentage IMS group को profits बाट चाहिँ we push it into the foundation and we give scholarship. My idea चाहिँ was for scholarships चाहिँ let's give it to like around +2 level मा so that if not just scholarship मा मात्रै help होइन कि भोलिको दिनमा उहाँहरूलाई internship चाहिएला कुनै काम like I don't know they might need some business type export help in their colleges and maybe we could contribute to that. That's how we started the DM scholarships and recently we've actually teamed up with FMNW which is the former Miss Nepal's AMRO association. So we have the FMNW scholarship for COVID ले गर्दाखेरि आफ्नो गार्जियन्सहरु गुमाउनु भएको बच्चाहरुको लागि चाहिँ full scholarship, educational scholarship.
That's fantastic.
Alongside the foundation, So if anyone knows of anyone and wants to apply, they can go onto our website www.ims-np.com.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Tons of things. IMS go under there's so many different things, I know, which I will definitely get into, I know. But again, let's come back to this since we are in this topic. And God damn it. हेर न आइडिया कहाँबाट आयो अनुष्का
आइडिया यस्तो एकदमै युरेका मोमेन्ट भन्ने त थिएन हैन आई थिंक इट वाज लाइक ग्रेजुअली आइडिया चाहिँ फर्मुलेट भयो जस्तो लाग्यो बेरलाई चाहिँ बिकज एन्टरप्रेन्योरशिप वाज समथिङ सो आउट अफ माई कम्फर्ट जोन मैले आई नेभर थट आइड बी वान बिकज इट्स टु मच रिस्क टेकिङ इट्स टु बिग फर मी जस्तो मलाई अनेस्टली लाग्थ्यो इनफ्याक्ट 2018 को फिनाले आन्सर पनि मिस नेपालको इट वाज अबाउट वाट विल मेक अ ह्याप्पी नेपाल एन्ड प्रस्परस नेपालीमा श्रृङ्खलादीको आन्सर वाज एन्टरप्रेन्योरशिप नै थियो आन्सर अनि आई रिमेम्बर बिङ इन बेड इन सिडनी एन्ड वाचिङ दिस लेट एट नाइट कस्तो दामी बट आई रिमेम्बर डिस्टिङ्क्टली फिलिङ द्याट आई कान्ट बी द्याट एन्टरप्रेन्योरियल नेपाली लाइक आई क्यान नेभर बी एन एन्टरप्रेन्योर म हुन्छ नि हाइएस्ट भनेको चाहिँ कतै म्यानेजर भन्छु भन्ने चाहिँ थियो So this was very much out of my comfort zone indeed. But after coming to Miss Nepal, त्यतिखेर चाहिँ seriously के feel भयो भने यति धेरै जुन चाहिँ generate गरेछ गर्न खोजेछ एकदमै नै मेहनतै गरेर त्यो generate गर्न खोजेछ नि त त्यो buzz, it has to channel somewhere जस्तो चाहिँ लाग्यो. त्यही सक्यो त यसलाई त कतै न कतै channel गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो त्यो momentumमा pick up गरेको हुनाले. अनि म Miss World फर्केर आइसकेपछि चाहिँ खासमा I was really thinking कि I want to do something here and I knew I wanted to do it before I handed over my crown because honestly त्यो जतिको भनौँ न हाइप मोमेन्टम बज त आउनेवाला थिएन भन्ने थियो नै. सो मिस वर्ल्डबाट फर्किने बेलामा चाहिँ हामीले जुन चाहिँ सिन्धुपाल्चोकमा प्रोजेक्ट गर्छौँ अहिले पनि गरिरहेछौँ, भेरी ग्ल्याड अबाउट द्याट. सो त्यो प्रोजेक्टमा जो दाइहरूसँग काम गरेको थियौँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ जस्ट ओभर डिनर दे सेड, यु नो, you've always been saying you want to do something made in Nepal. Have you ever thought of गुटपाक पुस्तकारी भन्ने भन्नुभयो. At that time, I'd never tasted गुटपाक or pustakari my entire life. No. Never. And then I just brushed it off. I'd never. Because कस्तो थियो भने एकताका त्यो मथुरा प्यारा चाहिँ खान्थ्यो होइन. मथुरा प्यारा भन्छ नि त्यो थम्प्रिन्ट कुकिज टाइपको हुन्छ नि स्वस्तानी भन्दाखेरि त्यो बाखम्पा दिने चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ खान्थेँ. तर पुस्तकारी चाहिँ खाइसकेको थिएन बिकज देयर वाज सम सोर्ट अफ लाइक अ हाइजिन कन्सर्न एट सम पोइन्ट. सो खाइसकेको थिएन. एन्ड देन मैले यसो सोचेँ कि होइन गर राम्रो हुन्छ भन्ने टाइपले भन्नुभयो. मलाई अब हुन त मामुको पनि ब्रान्ड थियो होइन, सी डज लाइक नेपाली ह्यान्ड वोभन ढाका, त्यसमा पनि जाउँ. बट द्याट्स हज, आई वान्ट टु समथिङ अफ माई ओन. बट स्टिल पनि आर्ट चाहिँ छैन कि मैले सक्छु भन्ने जस्तो चाहिँ लागेको थिएन. देन आई वेन्ट इन, आई बट गुटपाक एन्ड देन आई ह्याड इट. उता भियतनामिज खाँदै मैले गुटपाक खाएको याद छ. इट्स लाइक ओ माई गड, माइन्ड ब्लोन. एभ्रिथिङ मेड सेन्स. त्यतिखेर चाहिँ दिस इज एक्ज्याक्टली वाट आई वान्टेड टु डु भनेर चाहिँ आई थिङ्क त्यतिखेर सिमेन्ट भयो द मोमेन्ट आई ह्याड इट. बिकज दिस इज सो युनिक, दिस इज सो असम, नो बडी इज डन इट बिफोर. It's so awesome and nobody's done it before. Like, this is such an untapped thing, and it aligns very well with me wanting to channel all that Nepal chinaune identity ko jun chai cha whole idea. So it segued very well into all of this. So it sort of made complete sense त्यतिखेर चाहिँ यो idea, but it came in from दाइबाट आएको थियो होइन. उत्तम दाइ put in this idea, and then there were others. मेरो अरू पार्टनरहरू हुनुहुन्छ अनि उहाँहरूले कुराहरू लिएर आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ you lead this होइन, you want to do it, you put your money in, विल सिट एज पार्टनर्स, यु लिड द सो भनेर भन्नुभएपछि मलाई पनि के भयो भने ल मैले सकेन भने पनि ब्याकअपमा त कोही मलाई सिकाउने मान्छे पनि छ भन्ने भयो. बट देन आई वाज लेफ्ट कम्प्लिटली टु इट. सो 10 मन्थसम्म चाहिँ देन आई वुड सिट विथ द कुक इन द फ्याक्ट्री. एप्रिल आयो गऱ्यो हुन्छ नि. अनि यो रेसिपिजहरू पनि वी स्याम्पल्ड अबाउट 30-40 रेसिपिज बिफोर कमिङ टु दिस. सो मैले चाहिँ म जहिले के भन्थेँ मलाई काम गर्न सिक्नु मन छ यो बाट चाहिँ, बिकज दिस इज लाइक माई फर्स्ट एभर बिजनेस भेन्चर. आई निड टु मेक दिस माई भिजिटिङ कार्ड जस्तो लाग्ने. सो त्यसरी चाहिँ सुरु गर्दै गएर अनि बट गुटपाक पुस्तकारीसँग गर्ने त गर्ने के गर्ने भन्ने बेलामा चाहिँ आई रिमेम्बर ताई आस्किङ मी वान्स, के तिमी सिमेन्ट बेच्छ भने बोरामा बेच्ने कि ग्लासमा बेच्ने कि बट्टामा बेच्ने, त्यो के तिमी पहिला त्यो सोच न भनेपछि ओके ल अब केमा राख्ने त. पहिला त डिड वी वान्ट टु डु अ बेकरी और लाइक अ पेस्ट्री काइन्ड अफ अ फ्रेस सप भन्ने थियो, or do we want to do like packaged goods भन्ने थियो. But then it was a COVID baby idea conceived during COVID. It had to be packaged and storable. त्यसपछि खोज्दै गयो, रिसर्च गऱ्यो केमा हाल्ने त यसलाई. ग्लास जार्स हेऱ्यो, त्यो यस्तो कुकी जार जस्तो ग्लास जार कति हेऱ्यो, डिफ्रेन्ट टाइपको बट्टा हेऱ्यो. मोस्ट कमनली चाहिँ यो पेपर बक्सेसहरू नै हेऱ्यो, जस्तो केक बक्सहरू जस्तो हेऱ्यो. कुनै चित्त बुझेन. एन्ड देन फाइनली दिस आइडिया केम अलङ अफ ब्रान्डिङ यसरी गर्ने. सो देयर वर क्वाइट अ फ्यु पिपल द्याट वर इन्भल्भ इन द ब्रान्डिङ अफ इट. कसरी गर्ने के गर्ने भनेर. सो इट टुक अबाउट 10-11 months for it to all come into shape.
And it's beautiful now.
And it is really, really beautiful. I want to put this back. It is really, really beautiful. Makkuse भनेको के हो by the way?
Makkuse भनेको चाहिँ it's sort of like a taste. It's like this taste. Exact उल्टा छैन. Scrumptious would be the closest. But it's like when you have something, when you have the pustakari, it stays in your mouth ni. Like that taste is very filling. It's not just gulyo ra sakyo हैन. मुखे भर्ने खालको एकदम umami type ko. Or when you drink good red wine, it stays in your mouth. So that's the taste of Makkuse.
She's telling us to non-drinkers. Yeah. But you still know that
it's true.
Your logo के हो यो? What is it?
यो रञ्जना लिपिमा Makkuse नै लेखेको हो. So कुटाक्षर भन्दो रहेछ. राइटिङ चाहिँ कुटाक्षर भन्दो रहेछ, कोड वर्ड्स टाइपको. सो हामीलाई कसरी के लोगो राख्ने भन्दा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ क्याली जात्रा भनेर रन गर्नुहुन्छ सुनिता दिदीले. अनि मैले दिदीलाई रिक्वेस्ट गरेको थिएँ Makkuse एक्चुअली लेखिदिनुहुन्छ कस्तो देख्छ भनेर बेलामा. अनि उहाँले भन्नुभयो कुटाक्षरमा लामो गरेर लेख्छ यस्तो भने द्याट मेक्स सेन्स, दिस लोगो मेक्स कम्प्लिट सेन्स भनेर भयो.
It's really beautiful. यो चाहिँ किन दिएको? यो चम्चा हैन?
Yes. So the whole idea is
खानु,
yes, गुटपाक खानु. थोथोरे खानु सानो चम्चा दिएको. So this was also हामीले लकडाउनमा सुरु गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ लाइक सिरियसली यति धेरै नै कुरा सिकायो कि यो बिजनेसले चाहिँ बिकज हामीले ल कपर स्पुन चाहियो भने वी वान्टेड आवर कलर्स टु बी ब्ल्याक एन्ड कपर कलर चाहिँ इट्स भेरी अन्डर ट्याप जस्तो पनि लाग्छ फेरि हाम्रो चाहिँ सबै तामाको भाँडाहरू हुन्छ नि पूजाबुवाहरू पनि कति चिजहरू तामाको हुन्छ करहरू तामाको हुन्छ सो तामा कलर गर्ने भन्यो नि तामाको स्पुन गर्ने भन्यो अब लकडाउन बेलामा वाट आई थट वाज कि मान्छेको काम नभएर बेलामा त यो 500वटा स्पुन बनाउनु पनि पिपल वुड लाइक रियली वान्ट द्याट भनेर नि बट देन आई लर्न समथिङ इन्ट्रेस्टिङ अबाउट हाउ आई गेस सम नेपाली बिजनेसेस फङ्सन भनेर यति सानो त नगर्ने भनेर भन्ने कि हुन्छ नि मान्छेको इट्स लाइक कि 10 लाख कि नो अर्डर्स भने जस्तो चाहिँ हुँदो रहेछ सो मेनी पिपल वर लाइक सानो अर्डर नगर्ने भने मलाई ओके दिस इज न्यू भन्ने जस्तो भयो बट वाट वाज इन्ट्रेस्टिङ वाज यो तामाको काम खोज्दै जाँदा चाहिँ आई मेट अल सेकेन्ड जेनेरेसन अन्टरप्रेनर्स सो दे वर अल यङ अन्टरप्रेनर्स मोस्टली ताम्राकारहरू नै होइन जसले चाहिँ फ्यामिली बिजनेसलाई चाहिँ अब मैले अगाडि लान्छु मैले डिजिटल मिडिया गरेर लानु खोजेको भनेर probably 7-8 companies gave in their samples and we do this with Sushma भन्ने हुनुहुन्छ so she's also probably mere age hola and then she leads this family business and she's trying to like make it more so last time tiharma we gave ye tamako diyoharu pani battama rakhera yo pani garcham and so that's so every element the batta is like one handicraft person the spoon is like another handicraft person and the banaune manche is another handicraft person so it's an ecosystem that happens raisa bhanera it's really really fulfilling
I give your example to a lot of people हुन्छ नि हैन मान्छेहरुले गिफ्ट के दिने भनेर मलाई जहिले पनि सोधिरा हुन्छ के हैन गिफ्ट के दिने I give you example another solid example that I give is Aisha ko amo भनेर सुनेछ कहिले
yes
मैले मेरा की भन्ला थियो
हैन त्यही त मेरा की भयो हैन I'm coming to that as well हैन Aisha Karki Aisha Shrestha हुन्छ नि they've got amazing brands and brands that you could pick up and हुन्छ नि give it to anybody नेपाली होस् विदेशी होस् जसले दिँदाखेरि पनि त्यो हातमा आउँदाखेरि wow the effort the amount of work that they've put in हुन्छ नि हैन अस्ति एकजना साथीलाई मैले गिफ्ट दिएको थिएँ एमदुल्लाको जुत्ता के नेपालमा आउने जुत्ता हो नि यो क्वालिटीको जुत्ता छ भन्छ नि त बनाउन खोज्यो भने बन्दैन
Actually I did see a couple of their new collection on Instagram looks so good
I'm wearing one right now
nice
I used to shop Dulla uta हुँदाखेरि पनि I bought these Oxfords 2016 तिर होला these Oxford shoes really really nice
I'm wearing
There
you go Dulla
yeah मैले देखेको थिएँ हो नि
हैन सो कसले सोचेको थियो त नेपालमा बन्छ भनेर एउटा सियो नबन्ने देश हो नि त यो त हैन अहिलेसम्म भन्छ कि भन्दैन ए भन्छ have you started making सियो I don't think so
no
हैन सो अहिलेसम्म पनि यस्तो छ भनेपछि imagine we have brands like these हुन्छ नि हैन so it's a proud moment fantastic job who is your inspiration Anushka
who is my inspiration well I have to say in the business different कुराको लागि हुन्छ मलाई एकजना एब्सोल्युट त छैन हैन but it's the closest to पुरा एब्सोल्युट भने त मामु नै हो just because she also does a very value adding business गर्नुहुन्छ उहाँले चाहिँ हैन मामुले पनि she works with Nepali products she's all about giving back and then she manages personal अनि professional एकदमै optimum functioning manage गर्नुहुन्छ ever since I had since mamu was a working woman हैन but कहिले पनि त्यो डिस्टेन्स भनेको थिएन एभ्री डे 1.5 घन्टा कुरा गर्ने म अस्ट्रेलिया बस्दा पनि सो हाउ डिड शी म्यानेज बोथ लाइफ्स हाम्रो घरमा अहिलेसम्म पनि तिहारमा 12 मामुले बनाएरै पठाउनुहुन्छ हुन्छ नि भनेपछि यत्रो सबै चाहिँ कसरी गर्थ्यो त्यो सेन्सको अनि अहिले आएर इट्स अमेजिङ द्याट शी इज गटन ब्याक इन्टु लाइक लर्निङ थिङ्स अगेन शी इज जोइन्ड क्लब्स हुन्छ नि एन्ड शी इज स्टार्टेड अस्ति टोस्ट मास्टर्स फर्स्ट शी इज लाइक यु नो आई एम इन्जोइङ इट भन्दा माई गड द्याट ओपननेस टु लर्निङ इज समथिङ सो अमेजिङ जस्तो चाहिँ मलाई लाग्यो तपाईँको क्राउन खस्या अनि so that is as close but then professionally I think मेरो जो अहिले business partnersहरू हुनुहुन्छ हैन the way that they handle many things मलाई चाहिँ अब I do a full time job and then I have this business and then there's the project and अरू चिज हुन्छ कसरी म्यानेज गर्ने अत्तालिन्छु अनि मैले उहाँहरूलाई हेर्छु that they manage so many big things हुन्छ नि यति मजाले सजिलो हल्काले जिउने के एकदमै सो त्यो देखेर त्यो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्स्पिरेसनल लाग्छ and then of course I've got मैले यस्तै त्यो भन्नको लागि मात्र भने हैन मैले जेनिसाले जहिले भनिरहेको हुन्छ कि you can have it all रहेछ के and we've been so conditioned especially as girls to think that you can either have a successful personal life or a successful professional life thriving दुईटै एकैचोटि चाहिँ हुँदैन भन्ने खालको एउटा जुन चाहिँ छ नि and then you see these examples that हुन्छ नि you can have it all भने जस्तो लाग्छ हो नि साच्चै हो नि सो त्यस्तो भएर चाहिँ I think there's many inspirational figures all around
balancing is a tricky ni हैन जन्छ
It is absolutely. For me, I mean, if you ask me, I don't really balance per se, because I don't do two things at a time. If I'm a mom, I'm not thinking about work. But if I'm at work, then I'm not worried about what my chori is going to wear, eat, what she and all that. So I try to stay away from balance in that sense, that if I've dedicated a certain time to my work, I'll work during that time. I do my trainings. I don't think I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I need to be here, I need to be there, right? And then again, when I'm at home, again, I don't think, it's
sort of like the hat thing. Okay? We're doing this book club right now from this university where I work. We started doing book clubs, and it's the third week where it's about 35, 40 of us, 5 groups, and then each group has picked up a book that they read, and then we meet up once a week to discuss. So it's like a virtual club, and one of the clubs is doing 7 habits. And we were discussing about this yesterday, that people doing many things to hat roles ekdam ramailo huँदो रहेछ. So even in the same day, even if in 1 hour, okay, I've got my university hat on, भनेपछि म युनिकै मात्र काम गर्छु, and then I've got the Makkuse hat on. So focus चाहिँ त्यसरी maintain गर्ने, what hat you're wearing, and being conscious of what hat you're wearing right now भनेर सोच्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ in the middle of like a full-on Father's Day rush yesterday, I had like a 1-hour meeting to get done. Oh my God, couldn't stop thinking about what's happening in the factory, but no, not the hat on भनेर भनेपछि चाहिँ you're completely able to zone into like this role, right? So for people that do multiple roles, the hat trick hat.
I didn't have it so eloquently in my head, but apparently I'm doing the hat.
The hat trick.
Family पनि त caring हुनु पर्यो नि, हैन? The family needs to be understanding.
Absolutely.
सबैजनाले सक्दैन नि.
It does make it easier if the family is understanding. You will definitely have to face more challenges if they're not. But having said that, if you are doing it, then that's what you have to do. I mean, to find success, you can't be like, my family support garden, you garden, but you are going to work and every day you're sulking about it because somebody might be upset at home that you are here. But if you're already there, you might as well focus on the job and get it done, right? So if you start excelling in whatever you do, I think the support will slowly maybe follow.
How do you go ahead and cope up with social media? A lot of people say a lot of different things. A lot of people say a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
And real life, social media. How do you guys cope it? How do you cope it?
मेरो filter of love kukura. I actually came up with this campaign where I was like, filter of love भन्ने campaign गर्छु, because there's so much shit written on social media, and sometimes let's say you are a hater, you come and write something mean to me, right? And then she's my supporter, she'll come and write under your comment something nice, but she's also being mean to you, right? And then there's a fight and all of that. So I think the only way I want to react to this was I'll put a yellow heart, and yellow heart भनेको चाहिँ, we won't talk about this, stop cyberbullying भन्ने concept चाहिँ मेरो दिमागमा थियो. But in reality, I just reply. मैले गर्नु ट्राई गरेँ त्यो क्याम्पेन त्यति सक्सेसफुल भएन हैन, बट नाउ क्याडबरी इन्डिया इज डुइङ द एक्ज्याक्ट सेम
मैले त्यो तपाईँको फोटो कहाँ खिचेको थिएँ आज, म नेटवर्क पनि थिएन है, म त्यतिखेर सोलसिङमा थिएँ कि, अनि त्यसपछि तपाईँले येल्लो लुगा लाएर सक्छ भने, येल्लो लुगा पनि थिएन नि, एउटा अरेन्ज ज्याकेट त थियो कि, त्यो अरेन्ज ज्याकेट लाएर पुरा यसरी खिचेर राखेको थिएँ.
That didn't take off. It was a brilliant idea, but what I do is I just reply. Like कहिले कहिले त म रिसुद्धो reply नै दिदिन्छु. What to do? Like in life also, I think I am like that. If somebody says something, it just comes out. Okay, like, reply आइहाल्छ. मैले reply गरिनँ भने पछि म घर गएर I'll think like, यस्तो भन्नुपर्ने थियो, उस्तो भन्नुपर्ने थियो, भनेर म भनिदिइहाल्छु. म सोच्दै सोच्दिनँ.
त्यो टलरेन्स लेभल हुन्छ, अनि when it defies logic, मलाई त्यतिखेर चाहिँ ठिकै कुरा भनिरहेछ भने पनि हुन्छ नि, makes sense why you would think that, but हुन्छ नि, it's not right, but makes sense why you think that. When there is no logic, why people are just rude and mean, होइन, त्यसपछि त्यस्तो टक्क दिनुपर्छ. And when people are mean when they don't need to be, हुन्छ नि, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. बरु लेख अनि delete गरेर के, म त्यसै गर्छु, लेख्ने backspace गरिदिने.
No, like people, I think they just project their own insecurities onto other people. Okay?
Especially on social media.
Yeah, it's so easy. Just stay behind a keyboard and write shit, and nobody knows, and there's no consequence to it also. You know? So,
yes.
So I think that makes it easy. But I mean, अब अहिले आएर चाहिँ अलिकति बेटर भइसक्यो. It doesn't affect me so much. Delete गरिदिन्छु. अझ delete गऱ्यो भने मेरो comment delete गरेछ भनेर पनि लेख्छ.
Delete गर्नुहुन्छ नि?
I'm like,
delete गर्नुहुन्छ?
म त गरिदिन्छु delete. I don't. Why should I have their negative energy on my space? It's like you coming to my house and taking a dump on my table, right? And if I take the responsibility to clean it, it's not your house, right? You're leaving and you're going somewhere else. I have to live here, right? So my Instagram or whatever, My space is something that I look at every day. It's, you know, people come to look at me, whatever. I don't want their shittiness over there. So delete.
Anything. Come here. I'm the block delete guy, man. I'm the block delete guy. होइन म त सिधै मलाई यदि कोही मान्छे मन पर्दैन यो कोभिडले सिकाएको कि मलाई होइन आई थिङ्क आई सेड दिस बिफोर आई सेड इट अन नरेश दाइज इन्टरभ्यू विथ मी एन्ड मालविका what I said was it's very simple. I've been following this since COVID. कोभिडमा त्यो बुलसिटै चाहिएन कि मलाई यत्तिकै जिन्दगीमा होइन यहाँ यो मरिरहेछ त्यहाँ त्यो भइरहेछ होइन संसारको कुनै न्युज खोलेर हेऱ्यो भने यो देशमा त्यो भइरहेछ यति नेगेटिभ न्युज थियो नि त होइन मलाई मेरो जिन्दगीमा नेगेटिभिटी चाहिएन क्या त्यसपछि हुन्छ नि चाहिँ सिम्पल यसो कोही मान्छे नेगेटिभ हुन खोज्यो भने पनि एक चान्स दिने अलि एक्स्ट्रा भइहाल्ने पनि ब्लक डिलिट म तिमीलाई धेरै माया गर्छु तर तिमी अहिले तिम्रो त्यो भाइबै चाहिँदैन मलाई होइन सो ब्लक डिलिट गरिदिने कि द्याट इज द बेस्ट थिङ टु डु रहेछ क्या यु किप यु क्लोज सर्कल the rest you block delete हुन्छ नि that's the best thing you mute
I mute conversations because I don't want to give that much मेरो license and I don't even want to because people notice रहेछ when you block it and you notice that you've given them भाउ के त्यति satisfaction पनि दिनु छैन के मलाई चाहिँ मैले त्यति पनि effort दिन
you know what त्यो भाउ हैन they actually उनीहरुलाई कस्तो सारो पर्छ कि because they want to come onto your profile and look at things also yeah so I also block you don't get the privilege of my content beautiful content
nice again this is not a paid promotion everybody I want to make this very clear on this podcast हैन मलाई यस्तो त्यो उ भयो के त्यो पहिला यस्तो थियो के म हैन I'm going to say this पहिला मोटोरोला त्यो उ थियो के मसँग त्यो के रे त्यो अरे बाबा रेजर थियो हैन
मेरो पनि थियो पिंकमा
त्यो रेजर कालोमा सिल्भर थियो के मसँग हैन त्यो फोन आउँदा फ्ल्याट गरेर
रिसुटेपछि झन् यस्तो
सरी हैन यस्तो राख्दाखेरि आमामा त्यो सान त्यो उ हैन यो कस्तो त्यो उ भयो के यो मलाई
nostalgia
this is so cool man this no seriously this is so cool साच्चै भने हैन गरे यार स्यामसङले R&D चाहिँ त्यो बवाल लाग्यो
मेरो बुढाले गिफ्ट दिएको मलाई हिजो I was telling him I needed a new phone.
Kiss her, bro. Cost us, bro.
So I was like, you know what, Digesh? I think you should give me a gift today. It's Father's Day. It was Father's Day yesterday. Because you should be telling me, thank you for making me a father. Thank you for making fatherhood so easy and so romantic and so fun. All thanks to you, Malai. Gift ayo.
Anushka, you want to say something? You want to say something to Digesh? Go for it. This is the moment.
You've seen how good the phone looks when I hold it. New model alert.
I know. So coming back to this, I'm proud of you, Anushka. Both of us, and I can talk on your behalf. Both of us, we love what you've created. Create more. I know. Create tons. Sorry,
I know.
We love your product and again keep creating more and baby products are like to make sure that I have everybody.
It's Dr. Brown.
Wait, they can go to the website. They can go to the website and see everything.
I look after Smart Doku.
You look after Smart Doku. Smart Doku has lots of things in Smart Doku.
We've got to have this there as well on Smart Doku.
Let's do it.
Put it right
Why
now.
not? Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, do that. There you go. Well, everybody, just go to Smart Doku shop. buy the new. What's the name of this one?
The new flip.
Keep on saying Z.
Flipping cute.
Flip 3.
If the hashtag it's flipping cute,
imagine
make it already.
Imagine the shit. People are watching this 5 years from now. Okay? They're like,
So excited.
No, that's the whole fun part. Okay? People can watch this whenever. We're going to be sitting here 10 years from now. And well, you guys are definitely coming sooner than that. Guys, thank you very much. Anything else that you guys want to add?
No.
That's such a fun conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
I absolutely enjoyed myself.
It was a pleasure to have you here. It was a pleasure to have you here. Okay, all right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. And ladies, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications. This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.